Hello, everyone. My name is Danny Chambers. I'm a vet. I'm the head of clinical safety for MyDogDoc. I'm also an investor. And I'm here with Mindy, who is our CEO and our co-founder, to talk about why this is such an exciting industry, why online health for pets is a really exciting industry to invest in right now. So I'll hand you over to Mindy.
Thanks, Danny. Yes, I am the CEO of MyDogDoc, and I just wanted to give everybody a little bit more background about what we're doing. We're very excited about what we've built, but we really want to also talk about why have we done this and what are the objectives that we're trying to do. And right now, the biggest problem we're trying to solve is that the pet care system is simply not fit for modern pet parents' expectations. And to a large degree, this is because it's a heavily fragmented, it's also transactional, and it's impersonal. And that's to do a lot with actually vets having the time, being able to actually get appointments when you want. And the pandemic has created actually more demand. So therefore, it's very difficult to actually get your dogs into the vet. But it's also inconvenient and stressful, particularly on the dog. And what we also find is it's not particularly long-term or focused on wellness. It's very much on kind of the acute that's going on. And there's also an issue with actually finding really great information. Danny's going to talk a lot about that in just a little bit because we spent a lot of time around great quality content. And also, if anybody's done it, it's also extremely expensive. So as a result, what we're actually seeing is that pet parents are really not getting the best for their dogs. And we see 85% of dogs have behavioral problems, 50% are obese, 40 have arthritis, and 20 have adverse food reactions. So there's a lot of issues going on with our dogs, and these issues are actually having compounded issues with regards to cost and how we're actually looking after them. I don't know, Danny, if there's anything else you'd like to add to that.
Yes, I mean, these are all conditions that can be treated if they're identified. And one reason they're not identified is because people simply don't have the time to have, long face-to-face conversations with their vets, because, vets are currently, there's a massive shortage of vets in the UK. There's been a huge boom in pet ownership, and a lot of vets aren't even taking on new clients at the moment because they're so overworked. So this is a big welfare problem. And if we can deliver convenient, affordable healthcare to dog owners at home, it could absolutely transform dog welfare.
So what is MyDogDoc? We are actually creating a digital-first health and well-being platform for dogs owners who want the best for their parents. So really, it is about the convenience and delivering something in a new and novel way. Our platform is an ecosystem. So we have online consultations. We also have alerts and reminders, so allowing you to track your medications, your next flea and wormers. If there's any allergies or conditions that your dogs have, you can all do that in our app. We also have an online shop, so we have quality vet products and also prescription medications, as well as over-the-counter and accessories. We've got a library of content, again, which Danny's going to talk to, and we will be adding additional services onto that, and we have expert advice. And how it actually works is we have an online integrated website to our app, and what you can see here is within that, we have a free app, so you can download it, you can use it. You can personalize your care in relationship to actually adding when your medications are and getting alerts and reminders from that. And again, we have a specialist shop, so you can buy either within the app or you can go online and get all the quality products that we have in our store. And then you can also set vet calls. We have the ability to, for £6 a month, have unlimited vet calls, or you can do a pay-as-you-go model. And what's also important is we have great value on prescription medications. And what it gives, I think this is the important aspect, is really it is about the proactivity. It's about saying, hey, we understand you, we understand your dog, we understand the breed, we understand the age and the gender, and it's being able to be very personalized and proactive about what's going on, some of your health issues, and when you need to be reminded of things, and potentially even when you might need additional products and services. Again, we are holistic, so we're looking across not just what's happening, but we're also your diets, behavioral issues, any type of things that might affect you and your dog as you age. And again, it's personalization around everything to do with your medical conditions and even your lifestyle. And what we wanted to do is make that extremely convenient. So it's an all-in-one service where you can actually contact and have vet advice and also get all of your quality goods as well. And we want to stay across the journey. Yeah. Now, how is it done? We spent a lot of time actually focusing on how we're actually building this. And this is the important thing. So what's sitting behind us is a lot of algorithms. So we understand the pet parent, but more importantly, we understand the dog. So we understand, like I said, the age, the breed, looking at, kind of exercises as they move forward, but we're also capturing all of the aspects of the medical record. And in time, we also want to bring the genetics onto this platform. But we're using that information to also then offer up the right services, the right content, and the right products at the right time in doing that. So making everything super convenient and also very much relevant and tailored to you. Danny, do you want to talk a little bit more about our content?
Yeah, for many years, I've been passionate about trying to provide good quality content to pet owners, because people do go online, they do read about health conditions, and there's a lot of very useless information or inaccurate information and sometimes dangerous information online. And it means that people end up getting very badly informed about how they can treat conditions, and animals suffer as a result, and people waste money as a result. And so we've worked really hard to provide some evidence-based, really good quality, up-to-date veterinary information for dog owners on nearly any subject you can think of, like a huge range of medical issues, a huge range of behavioral issues, talking people through how, what causes them, how to treat them, all written by vets based in the UK, and all checked by me, who's a trustee of an evidence-based medicine charity. So it's very good quality information. What we're really keen to do is have vets in practice refer their clients to our website, because they know it's going to be good quality information that they can trust, and that the owner won't go away getting the wrong information.
Great. And also what we've done in the back is have an integrated health record that we've delivered from a virtual first perspective. And this is, again, about the data and how we're tying into the unique algorithms. But basically what it means is that that pet parent has access to their dog or multiple dogs. So you can put more than one dog on here, and each individual dog has its own record and own way of tracking what's actually going on in relationship to its health conditions. But the back end, the vet is also going on into a complete, almost like pet record, and adding all the content in relationship to that particular consult and how you're progressing. And that we're using to help tailor and target all our messages. This is a huge market. I mean, it's a $500 billion market globally. And here in the UK, it's 15 billion. Now, the key is it's booming, it's growing, it's recession proof. And what we're seeing is that how we look at our dogs is absolutely becoming more humanized. So what we do know in the marketplace is that you will probably start to reduce spending in your own family, but you will not reduce spending on your dog. So we know that it's recessionary proof, and it's been proven that over the last 15 years, which I think is a fascinating fact. From a competition perspective, we looked in the marketplace. A lot of what you're actually seeing on this slide comes from America or Europe. So the competition in the UK, we think is not too much. And really the way this slide has been set up is really below the line we're seeing is more transactional, and also what we call fragmented. So your point solution that you're spending your money on a simple problem and that you're trying to fix that. And what we're really doing above the line is saying, we're bringing in an ecosystem, we're making it convenient, and we want to stay across the journey with you in how we provide our solution from puppy to the end of life care, and also making that extremely relevant to you across that. And we think this is the future of where pet care is actually going. Our model is a direct to consumer. We have 2 revenue lines, and both revenue lines have subscription or pay as you go. So on our vet services, we have a subscription, which is for £6 a month. You can have unlimited consultations, or you can pay £20 a month as you go. And also within our shop, you can buy when you want. And we also have the ability to get discounting as you particularly buy more food or medications. We have great relationships from a B2B. We have wholesaler and retailer relationships. We want to move into and have further relationships with insurers, and how we see the data as we move forward is also a particular revenue stream for us. We see international expansion on the horizon. We did an MVP launch in July last year where we were testing the market with our solution and also a lot of our messages. And since June this year, we've recently launched our integrated app and website. And since then, we've seen absolutely strong revenue growth that we're very, very excited about. And we see ourselves expanding into Europe in 2023. We know from the marketplace and also from our conversations with companies like Mars, Europe is particularly interested in the concepts of what we're doing in the virtualization of care. And we also see moving into the States at a later point in time. From our unit economics, our average check is around 115. What we're actually seeing in the marketplace right now since we launched is that our average check will be more than that. And that's basically what we're seeing right now is our average one-off kind of order value is around 60 pounds. So we've got some strong dynamics going on. And what we actually see moving forward is that we will have great EBITDA as we progress over the course of the next several years. We see this as being a very attractive market. And what we're looking at over the course of the next 5 years is having a customer base of around 80,000, which represents really 1%. So there's plenty of room to grow in here. But even at 1%, this is an extremely, incredibly valuable marketplace. And a lot of the drivers for our market and our growth comes down to what we choose to spend. So we see this as being a conservative, but one that we can push much more aggressively. Now, our team, we have built an absolutely fantastic and strong team. As part of the co-founders, I myself am the CEO and come from being an entrepreneur in health tech and have brought some of that thinking and learning into how we're actually doing and putting our solution together. We have Julie Ross, who is an ex-commercial director for Pets at Home. Her understanding of the marketplace, her contacts are invaluable to us and how we've shaped a lot of our thinking. We have Pavel Pavlovsky, who's come on board with a lot of his experience being an entrepreneur in health tech, and Boris Granovsky, who's come alongside also with his financial background. From a management team, Danny, do you want to talk about yourself and Natalie?
Yes, I'm elected council member of the Royal College of Veterinary Surgeons, which is a regulatory body for vets. I've got about 14 years of experience in practice, and I do a lot of sort of media work, try to educate pet owners on good quality pet care, things like radio phone-ins and magazine articles and social media, that kind of thing. We've got Natalie Walters, who's the head of vet operations. She's got over 15 years experience. She has worked with vet telemedicine companies previously, so she knows the market and the industry really well. And we've got a big team of about 12 or 15 vets who actually deliver the online consults. So when people need to make a consult, there's someone available at very short notice.
Great. And Alfonso Fernandez is somebody I've worked with. He is our CTO. He comes with a fantastic pedigree also with regards to algorithms and data science and how we will use our information to continue to build out our intellectual property. And June Dawson, again, is our CMO, who I've, again, worked with in the past. And she's heavily connected into great talent in this space. And she comes from a background of being a senior executive in WPP, Omnicom, Publicis. So we've got a fantastic team. Danny, do you want to talk a little bit more about our vets as well?
Yeah, so all of them got at least 13 years of experience. They have different areas of interest. So if you're really into behavior or medical problems, and you've got someone or nutrition, we've got people who have a particular interest in those things. And it means that they, not only is that really good for doing the consultations when a client has a specific requirement, but it's also really good when we're writing all these fact sheets and providing all the online content that we know it's really high quality and written by people who really know what they're talking about. Another thing that's very important of all these vet sort of consultations is that they can tailor they can handhold people when they need help. So if you've got if you get your dog diagnosed with a very complicated lifelong condition, something like diabetes, often vets in in a typical veterinary practice are really overstretched, and they don't have time to have regular updates to make sure that you're feeling comfortable with what you're doing. And our model is excellent, because people can have, weekly check-ins with the vet to make sure that they're managing the condition properly, that they can have any questions they've got asked, and they can also just get the confidence that they're being supported through a very sort of complicated condition sometimes. And I think that means that the quality of care that people get is really excellent. It also means that the client relationship and the customer bond is very strong.
Right. Thanks, Danny. And basically, we're ready to scale. So we launched in June, and what we've seen since we've launched in the first 30 days, we've turned over 3,000 pounds. What we're seeing right now is that's actually ramping up, and so really right now it's about bringing on further investors and helping us grow. Yeah. So what we're looking at is 260,000 pounds at 3.5 million. And what we see as an estimated value over the next 5 to 6 years is a business that's very, very, very attractive and returns a lot of return for your money. How we will use those proceeds: we will spend 35% on marketing and how we go out to direct to consumer. And we've seen a fantastic right now around some of our costs per acquisition. We will spend 20 on product development, and the rest will be operational on the team and building the team out. And that's it. I guess I just wanted to say thank you for your interest in MyDogDoc. And if you have any other questions, please direct them to myself.
Thank you, Mindy.